Hello and welcome to the Intuitive Messenger channel. I am Mitchell, your Intuitive Messenger, and this is your energy forecast for today, Wednesday, August the 7th, 2013. So I'm trying some things a little bit different. I'm using the camera from the computer, the laptop, but I'm using the mic from the external camera and microphone. So I'm trying different combinations to see if we can get rid of that shakiness, and hopefully it won't happen. It's a little disturbing for some and just odd and weird, but whatever. So I'm going to do the energy for today, pull a card, and then I have a very long question, but I wanted to address it all because so many people have similar things going on, and I want to talk to you about that. So Hollywoodrags, this is your question coming. It's a lengthy one, so hang on to the end. But today is the number 7, everybody. That is Chariot card in my energy. We have a new moon. Correct me if I'm wrong, but new moon was yesterday, not full moon. I'm looking at I'm looking. There's a clock behind here, and the moon, it's gone. So that tells me it's blank. It's new, so you can't see it. So new moon yesterday, so we're feeling some of that energy. The Chariot card is fast moving, quick decisions, sometimes polarized decisions. For me, it's the Chariot is often about just making them quick, making them fast, making them definite. Those decisions, those changes, that driving, that moving. It's definitely a powerful moving number, and every number today is an odd one. You add all those numbers up and you're going to get the number 21, which is 8/7/2013. So that's 21, which is the World card, kind of bringing things to an end, closing the chapter, ending the journey of the Fool. The monk finally being enlightened on that aspect of life. Boil that down to number 3, and that's our Empress, which is about births and beginnings and starts. So new moon, fast, quick decisions, closing chapters down, ending things, brand new beginning starting. So really kind of cool energy today. Feels good, feels very healing because I'm warming up. So allow that healing to come to you. As always, I've set the intention that you would receive healing guidance and confirmation, and you would resonate, operate, and vibrate simply by, in the highest frequency of love, simply by watching, listening, and connecting to this video. I set that intention. If someone sees my name, if they see my image, if they hear my voice, that happens, and I set the intention not because of me, Mitch, the human, but because of me allowing spirit and that energy to come through. So it's about the energy coming through. So let me pull a card for today and then dive into our question, which the question is just more about what's going on in someone's life, and I want to address some of the things as best I can and as Spirit would lead. So card for today is the 10 of Swords. So this card, number 10, excuse me, is we're back to, ones, beginnings, starts, kind of like our Empress, number 3, but she's giving birth things and it's abundant. This is kind of bringing things to a close as well, because 10 is kind of like the end of the single digits, and it boils back down to 1 anyway. This card, Swords, are the element air. So, those of you who are air signs, keep that in mind. This card could have heavy implications for you. And sword is things that are logical, mental, kind of thinking about things, being frustrated, being at calm, using your logic, being up in your head more than your heart. And the image on here shows us the purple, which is up in our higher chakra system, more spiritual stuff, that there's a lot of worry and frustration going on. So, combine that card with what's going on with the Chariot, the World, the Empress, and the energy of today. Release the worry over the quick decisions you have to make, the fast changes, the endings, and the beginnings that are happening right afterwards. So release that worry and frustration. I'll say this, most of the time when I look at this card, it's self-inflicted. It's very much self-inflicted. So we don't want to do that to ourselves. We want to release that. Excuse me. I have my coffee. It is Starbucks. So you want to release that self-inflicted nature and pain that you're doing to yourself. So pretty much that's your message there. So I will bring that card down, and I might have to cough again. Goodness. Get it out. Let it out. Who of you is not speaking your truth? I'm tired of sucking it in. And it's gone. Sometimes I just have to say it too. So there's your energy forecast for today. Now, I've got my iPad with Hollywoodrags question. It is a long one. I'm going to do a little paraphrasing just because it is very long. But they said to me, they're one of my daily listeners, thanking me so much, and I thank you for listening on a regular basis. I know you do. You say you try to make it short. I don't think that's possible for you. I can tell you are a talker and a typer, and you make things lengthy, and I honor that in you. Don't excuse yourself for that. But you said back in 2011 in September, you had a heavy, sad breakup. Someone you love dearly. And then in November, shortly after, is when you started seeing the numbers like 1111, 222, 111, 333. Let me just say right there, you probably, when the breakup happened, you probably took a moment and was saying to the universe, help me, you're in pain, or you didn't, but they stepped in. Because if you're starting to see all these numbers and you're realizing you're seeing them, then those are just little signs, they're little nudges that your angels, your guides, spirit, guardians, whoever, whatever, is near you, with you. They hear you, they see you. I mean, literally, it's like, just let little pop in the back of the head. I'm here. You haven't been paying attention. And sometimes it takes a painful thing to make us realize this, because I've heard this said before, and it feels real good and it resonates with me, but our soul, sometimes the only way for it to communicate to us is to create physical pain, emotional pain, and manifestation of dis-ease to get our attention. And our soul will take that screaming, yelling to the nth degree, to death if it requires. But we can avoid most of that by listening, paying attention, speaking our truth, and moving forward. And you go on to say that this still continues just about every day. So that's wonderful that you're getting those synchronistic moments. You say that you had other things about this person was birthdays were one day apart, same sign, injured in the same place in the back, living in birth state, having deep conversations, same level of dreams. So when you find that kind of connection, a lot of times those could be absolutely soul family mates, part of your soul group that you travel around and around with different lifetimes and different parallel universes and lives. Sometimes you could have been a whole person in a previous life, and now you're almost like separated, at birth. Twins are a lot of times like this. If you ever read about the psychic twins, they wrote a book like Separated at Birth, or no, Separated at Earth. And they feel like they're almost one person in two bodies, or one soul in two bodies, which technically we're all one soul separated into many bodies. So that can make sense even if it's one larger soul separated into two. So that absolutely could be it. You said this breakup happened in their healing from the fall that broke their back in the same position as my injury. It was so sudden without any reasoning. You felt lost and still seeing the numbers daily. You said, I've been told it's an awakening to my higher self and planning for my twin flame to return. I agree with that. You said, I do believe very much that they will return. I've been told several of my friends that they will come back. I agree. I've been keeping this faith, and you should. This lovely soul with so many synchronicities with me has me believing they are my twin flame after reading on this for a while now, and that they are running from their relation or their fear. And it could be some of that, but don't forget that a lot of times we are part of some soul contracts. And, however the breakup happened, and I think it might have been quote, your doing, as you say later, but you might have been a relationship villain. Sometimes we are playing that role for our best friends to be that villain so that they can learn the lesson and have the experience. Some of the people who have been the meanest to you, often family members, have signed up before they came into this incarnation, said, I will be that evil person, so you have to learn. I know my father was put into my life for a reason, so that I would learn how to speak my truth, because I was so afraid of him. But yet, now I realize he was part of that, ultimate soul contract. You say, I still to this day love them, understand their fear and what they could lose. I did something stupid, though is that I hurt them very deeply. to justify my hurt from the ego that got away. Since then, I've written saying that I'm deeply sorry for causing the pain. It's been 2 years. I haven't heard back from them. They're probably still learning their lessons and growing. He said, I know very deep that my trust in others is gone. I had some trust in them. And that could be your lesson that you're learning in all of this, because they could be staying away for so long that you will learn your lesson. So you said, blah, blah, blah. So Major, please help me if you have any answers. You'd be grateful for this. And there's so much going on there, and I don't necessarily have answers for you. And the path, this was designed to share with other people what's going on in your life and give some ideas. But keep in mind what I believe and what many others, there are soul contracts that we have set up to put in place. We have many doors on our way through this journey that we could step out if we want. Sometimes there are few, sometimes there are many, sometimes there's just one. I don't know. And meaning step out, meaning cross back over, finish this life, die, however you want to call it. Soulmates, twin flames, all these things are very, very real. The names we use, sometimes they're synonymous. It's about semantics. So avoid getting caught up in, is this a soulmate? What is this journey? Just experience. Let your intuition guide you. Know when you need to pause. Know when you need to move forward. Trust your intuition. Do I need to call them? Do I need to let it sit? Trust the intuition. The emotions are going to tell you when something's not right and you need to pay attention. It's not always, because the emotions can get so overwhelming. I spoke about this recently. Sometimes we wait till the burning inferno is right around us, and there's no putting it out then. You are just reacting to save your butt. But if we can start working when the inferno is just a tiny flame and reacting on it, then it's going to be a much better journey for us. So all that being said, I know that was a very long one, but I wanted to get to that question for Hollywoodrags. So thank you for sending that in. Last night had a great online virtual lab class just about developing your intuition. You can get that on my website, IntuitMessenger.org. I'm going to get that put up sometime today, so if you rush there, it may not be there yet. Also, you can find the Developing Your Intuition with the tarot cards, the basics, already on there. Those little classes are 60 to 90 minutes. Last night was 90 minutes. And it's $20 to get the recorded version. And I keep in mind as we're doing it live that someone will be watching it recorded. So it works out very well. I've had some good feedback from people that it's been informative and works well. So I think that's about it tonight. Blog Talk Radio. It is just me for 90 minutes. So I'm excited about that. And next week, Jennifer Todd Hornberg, an amazing energy worker, energy healer, will be with me on Blog Talk Radio next week, the 14th. So I say to you, namaste, going on 13 minutes. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. And no shaking. Yay.